I'm Kimberly, and today I'm going to give you my tips on how to assemble the final quilt in the Autumn Nights free mystery quilt along. You can download the fabric requirements and your free finishing pattern at Fat Quarter Shop. The link to all of this is in your description box. To assemble your quilt, you're going to need your 3 autumn star blocks that were made in week 1, your 3 falling leaf blocks which were made in week 2, your 3 harvest pumpkin blocks from week 3. Your sashing fabric is going to be the same as your background fabric. This is your outer border, and this is the Agatha Road collection by Fig Tree for Moda Fabrics. After you have all your blocks and your fabric, let's start assembling your quilt. So we have our blocks laid out, and I don't think it's important that you have the exact star fabrics in the same spot and the exact pumpkin blocks. As long as they're in the same placement, you're totally fine. The one thing that I do think is important is to make sure all of your maple leaf blocks go the same direction. And I'm going to talk about how I assemble this. You're going to have 3 different blocks in each column and 2 fabric A's. Your B's will be your sashing that go in between. So let's talk about how we pin these. What I like to do is just put them right sides together, and then I like to pin on each end and then twice in between. And I'm just going to do that on each row. And as I pin, I can set it aside. I'm going to pin every column and mass sew them, and I'll keep them in stacks so I know the difference between column 1, 2, and 3, and we'll be back once I have all of this sewn. So I have all of my columns put together, and I have my fabric B strips cut to the exact size. What I'm going to do is find the very center. I find the center here. I match the centers, pin each end, and then a pro tip is right here, add an extra pin this way, because when you're sewing, you don't want it to sag down and be crooked. And I like to sew with the sashing on the top. I feel like it just goes nicer through the machine. And you're gonna pin this together and this together. Once you have that together, you're going to sew them all together using that same technique, pinning in the center and adding those pins at the end with this extra pin. I'm going to sew all this together, and I will be right back. Our quilt center is done. This is 23.5 by 24.5. I'm going to show you how to add the inner borders first. I cut those to the exact size they're supposed to be. Some people take the average. I never do that. This is cut the exact size it should be according to the pattern. And I'm going to find the center. And you can either pin that center or you can just finger press. It's totally up to you. And then you're lining up those centers. And I'm going to do that same technique where if you add this extra pin right here, it won't move and you'll have a nice clean edge. So I'm going to add the 2 sides first, pinning exactly like this, and I'll be back once I have these sewn on. I'm using a 1/4 inch foot, and again, I put that inner border on the top when I'm feeding the quilt through the machine. So now I'm going to do the same technique with the top and bottom inner borders. So one thing I forgot to say is when you had your double pins right here, don't remove those until you're about 10 inches into your sewing. And when you press, this should be a nice 90-degree angle. So that's one way to add borders. I'm going to show you another way. Now we're going to add our outer borders. On the pattern, it says they should be 26.5 inches. So what I'm going to do is put this right on my mat. So I'm going to put a pin at the 26.5 and the 0. Then I'm going to fold it, and I'm going to connect the 2 pins I just marked right here and find the center. I'll chop off any of this excess just to kind of get it out of my way. Find the center of the side. Find the center of the quilt. I'm adding the side borders first. And we're using that same technique, just slightly different. Pin in the center, pin at each end, And you can still put these double pins here just to secure it. It's just gonna have more fabric over here, and I think once you try this technique, you'll never do your borders differently. And then you're gonna pin all the way across, and I'm gonna sew this with a 1/4 inch seam, and on this final border, right at the beginning and the end, I am going to backstitch. So now I have this added, and what I wanna do is I wanna trim this. For trimming this down, I always use my 6.5 by 12.5 inch ruler. I feel like it's just the perfect size of Creative Grid ruler to trim these. And what I'll do is I line up one line on my seam, one line on the border, and trim. Now, in addition to that, move this up and cut anything that's just a little bit off, because I want that to be a 90-degree angle. I'm gonna do that on all 4 sides. So now I'm gonna add the top and bottom borders. I'm gonna use that same technique where I measure. This should be 31.5. Find the centers, match the centers, pin it on, and do that for both sides. Now my quilt top is done. It's 31.5 by 32.5, and I hope you try my border technique so you can have really nice borders. Our finished quilt is 31 by 32, and I wanted to show you how it looks once we got it quilted. You can see that the sashing and background really tied together. We added a black binding to tie to the stems and the leaves, and we put a nice low volume floral on the back. That completes our Autumn Nights Mystery Quilt Along. Share your finished quilts with us with hashtag AutumnNightsQAL, and let me know what fabric collection you used. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.